Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and share these videos. Much love. Also, too, California federal judge comments on XRP security status in a class certification case. The judge is considering whether to certify the Zakhanov versus Ripple class as a case that raises a question on first impression. So following yesterday's class certification hearing in the Zakhanov versus Ripple lawsuit, U.S. District Judge Phyllis J. Hamilton is considering whether to certify the classes of selected investors who accuse Ripple of engaging in unregistered securities offering. Really, honestly, I don't even need to go any further than that. Let's just go right here. Let me highlight this real quick. Don't look if you're driving or working. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe to yourself and those around you. Ripple engaging in unregistered securities offerings. I don't think anybody, let's just be honest here, I don't think anybody with common sense thought buying XRP gave you stock in owning Ripple. Everyone knew when you bought off the exchange that the cryptocurrency, even in its name, cryptocurrency, is not going to be a stock, a bond, or any kind of a security within Ripple. And again, Zakhanov versus Ripple lawsuit. I think how many years now? Here, just think of this question. It's really not a question. It's more so a statement. But let's just ask this question to ourselves for a second here. Zakhanov basically lost about $250 on your left hand. On your right hand, how much does an attorney cost? This has been going on for how long now in the left hand? And again, how much does that attorney cost on the right hand? If you lost $250, how much do you expect to win on the left hand? And then again, on the right, how much does that attorney cost? There's more to it than just a random investor attacking a company for $250. That doesn't make very much sense at all. Personally, I've lost over $200 a year. Vacations, sports, whatever. I'm pretty sure that over $250 investment that's not lost because XRP is still here. It didn't shut down. It didn't close down. I can't see anybody. I can't see any of you, if you can hear my voice, creating a lawsuit with Ripple over $250. It doesn't make any sense at all. And that's why I was going to go into this again, but no sense in really discussing that any further. For years, I believe, 2020? Right around the time I think the lawsuit began, if I'm not mistaken, with the SEC. It'd be interesting to see, like they say, follow the money, if there was any kind of payments made from them. But again, I digress. Next article, coincidence, Bitcoin developer visited CIA, then Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared. We try to avoid opinion, but this one is going to be a lot of it. So, back in the beginning of the channel, we got into the Bitcoin thing a bit, and then we realized, obviously there was nothing hidden, and quite a few people knew who Satoshi Nakamoto is or they are. And having said that, we knew at any given point, and especially the majority holders, that Bitcoin, it could be shut down. And we were, speculating that and understood, moving forward, I guess the only remaining questions we ever had were answered when Binance.com was hacked. And they stole, I forget how many millions of Bitcoin. And CZ Binance, or Chaoping Zhao, we call him CZ Binance if you're new. But CZ was pretty frustrated, pretty upset and irritated and probably angry. And he literally lashed out and said he's considering basically what you would consider like a clawback, pulling back the Bitcoin that was stolen from him. That was a huge thing in the industry back then, whereas like Bitcoin can't be pulled back. It's safe, it's secure, it's decentralized money. But CZ destroyed all of that with his post, showing that it could easily be done. And then we had known that they've known who Satoshi Nakamoto is, or they are, from day one. It didn't make any sense to even push that narrative, but for whatever reason, they felt like people believed it and bought into that. So, I mean, again, it is what it is. So we've always shown, going on to at least 2 years now, what we call the attack on Bitcoin, showing how they can easily shut that down whenever they decide, whenever they chose to. And that's where we've always said, flipping the switch had multiple meanings and level the playing field had multiple meanings, but that was one of them. So again, moving into that, let's go into the article just a bit. 12 years ago, Gavin Andreessen, a former lead Bitcoin BTC developer, announced to the cryptocurrency community at the Bitcoin Talk Forum that he was going to visit the headquarters of the United States CIA, which coincided with the disappearance of the Bitcoin founder, Satoshi Nakamoto. Indeed, after first surfacing in 2008 with publication of the Bitcoin white paper, Satoshi mysteriously vanished in 2011. At around the same time when Andreessen intended to give a presentation about Bitcoin at the CIA headquarters, which he announced in a Bitcoin Talk Forum post on April 27, 2011, exactly 12 years ago to this day. And again, that was something too, like we said, Bitcoin was made to open the door and XRP walked through it. And what gave us that confidence is whenever David Schwartz, aka Joel Katz, mentioned when he was at the NSA that he helped design, and work on Bitcoin. So where did he leave from Bitcoin? But he went to Ripple, and he's working with their software, their CTO, and working with XRP. So if Bitcoin was not such a big deal, if Bitcoin was such a big deal, and you're helping design that, you know all about this, you don't leave and go to Ripple and XRP for no reason at all. Now, moving along, Stellar, discussing Circle, introducing the new interoperability solution for USDC transfers between blockchains, and can XLM skyrocket to 15 cents throughout the report. So Circle Internet Financial released the cross-chain transfer protocol, CCTP, to move stablecoin USDC between blockchains, and the technology seeks to replace bridges and is faster, safer, and cheaper than traditional methods. So Circle Internet Financial releasing its CCTP, the cross-chain transfer protocol, a new method to move stablecoin USDC between blockchains that is faster, safer, and cheaper than a traditional bridge method. And initially, the tech will be used for USDC transfers between the Ethereum and Avalanche blockchains, with more chains coming in the second half of 2023, and developers can integrate relevant smart contracts to make it easy for users to move their stablecoins. So the CCTP aims to break down the barriers currently fragmenting USDC's 30 billion USD market cap across multiple blockchains, and replacing bridges that create derivative tokens with a method that destroys USDC on the source chain and recreates it on the destination chain. Also, too, Stellar becomes the first public blockchain to host a U.S. registered fund. And that's where we're getting into Franklin Templeton. And that was something, too, we'd shown even in their registering with the SEC. They state and mention, I forget what year we shared that information, but basically they state, and the SEC offering 42 times they mention Stellar by name. So again, multiple times they've gotten clearance directly from the SEC, and that's why I said majority and most likely Stellar would never even have the issues that Ripple's currently going through. Aside of that, they've been approved from the SEC in multiple companies, cases, and scenarios like that. But even more so, as we've always said, Ripple was for profit and Stellar was non-profit. So that kind of changes things significantly as well. But Stellar XLM Network has become the first public blockchain to host a U.S. registered fund following the integration of the Franklin on-chain U.S. government money fund FOBXX, which has now surpassed 270 million USD in assets under management. And even Franklin Templeton has significantly much more to add to that as they continue moving forward. I want to discuss a few other things that are coming out as well that I believe, as always, I share stuff on here that I believe are helping our assets grow and be, increase utility, which over time, whenever the suppression and manipulation ends, will increase the price. So Hong Kong SFC will release the digital asset guidelines in May, and Hong Kong Securities Futures Commission, the SFC, announced it is releasing crypto license guidelines in May to better clarify its digital currency sphere, a development that has been in the pipeline for a while now. And according to reports, the guidelines will address various matters regarding trading, custody, and issuance of digital assets. And the announcement comes as Hong Kong seeks to position itself as a leading hub for the cryptocurrency industry in Asia. Also, too, this was something I found pretty interesting as well. Binance partners with Unstoppable Domains to launch Binance US on Polygon for fast crypto trading. So Binance US partnered with Unstoppable Domains to launch its branded domain on Polygon, and the Binance US domain name will be made available exclusively through the exchange's app in the coming weeks. And guys, be safe out there. Be careful. You've got all kinds of insiders / riddlers / TA, and they're going in every which direction. I'd say think fast, react slow, be cautious, be safe with your investing, and just know, there's a lot of things happening. I'm very cautious because with the changes that are coming with the exchanges, removing a lot of the U.S. investors from the, liquidity pool, or from the, how do you want to say that? Like the changing their exit strategies, I guess you could say, and moving away from the capability for the U.S., which is one of the larger, GDP markets out of all of the nations. So I feel very bullish about that. I know it's very frustrating, but again, as time comes, there will be a place for us to exit, or maybe we don't even have to at all. Again, going back to XRPayNet, the apps that let you use the currencies there as fiat, and the cards that are coming out, again, same name is Sum, and like XRPayNet, the cards that are being released this year. And with anything, man, delays have just become normal in this place. If you've been here for a while, I know some of you are new, but I mean, it is what it is. They have, it seems like, narratives to play out first before deadlines. So deadlines get kind of bounced around and moved frequently. But again, it is what it is. I'd rather these things be delayed and come out perfectly and flawlessly able for us to use as intended and designed than for them to come out and just have multiple errors and possibly even the chance to lose our assets. That wouldn't be great at all. But again, even though many of these markets, and let's stick specifically to XRP for a moment, have shut down in the U.S., I think the rest of the world, as Brad Garlinghouse said, is unaffected, and they could care less what the SEC thinks and labels XRP or Ripple. For them, they're unaffected. But the U.S. market, I believe this year we will move past this, and we may not even have to exit or sell our assets, and we can use them as currency. Again, as these cards we put in our crypto, we use them for the dollar equivalency value in retail, and then they receive the fiat that they're looking for on the other end. For example, like the XRPayNet partnership at the UAE for the retail market over there does exactly that as well. So again, guys, remember, it's not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. We're going to get through this journey together, and I can't wait till I'm seeing each and every one of you guys posting your photos of, being debt free, getting your new car, your new home, being smart with it, your investment strategies. Again, every time I start to go, I want to toss something in, and I know I make them short previously, but I do want to take a moment and just remind you, when you do receive your, or let's say achieve your goals, and you see the income that you're looking for, you reach you see your plans come to fruition. Remember to talk to a financial advisor. You worked this hard, you've been this patient, gone through all of this excitement, this amazing journey. Fight even harder to keep the money that you're earning and made. Don't treat it as free money, treat it as earned income, so that you'll be smarter and wiser with your decisions moving forward. Again, guys, as always, before we go, I do want to leave you with a final thought, that even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. And again, thank you to everyone who's in our Patreon. I don't mention it enough. You guys are amazing as well. All right. Have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon.